All right. Hey guys, how's it going? I'm starting to wonder if maybe, just maybe, this table is slightly too high. Just because now that the plants are completely filling out, I'm not sure how well you can see me back here. But I am going to do a video on all the plants that I'm growing right now. I do see a couple of seedlings that I could probably pop out of here, and I don't know. We'll get going. So I don't know if I should just get some of these out of the way and go over separately in groups, or just hit it really fast. I think I'm just going to use a little bit of camera magic and get rid of some of these things and start with cool season crops and work our way to other things that I'm growing. All right. So this right here is a tray of Snapdragons. I have several varieties of snaps. The first section over here is called the Avignon Lavender. So my garden, if you haven't watched any of my previous videos, I am doing kind of a, I don't know, it's not pastel, but it's like purples and whites and creams and lavenders. So it's not gonna, there's gonna be other colors because I have other colors in my garden, but the ones that I'm going to plant as annuals are mostly going to be of those color palette. I think that that would be a very relaxing and just, it's just gonna have a really nice feel to it, that it's going to be kind of muted in color in a sense that there's not going to be so much of other colors going on, but maybe more of a cohesiveness throughout the garden, that there's going to be that white and cream and purples. I do have peonies, but I just put those in the ground, so I won't be able to enjoy their blooms for a few more years. But I am hoping that that will kind of give you an idea of where my direction is going. There may be in the whites, there may be maybe a blush of other colors in the whites, maybe a blush of pink or a blush of orange. But for the most part, we're going to do colors that are purple, lavender, whites, creams. The first one I have up here is the Avignon Lavender. I cannot remember how they look. I just know that they're purple because I have Pontiac Lavender as well, but they are all very pretty and I am super excited. This is the first year that I've actually done Snapdragons and I have spots already set up for them, stakes in place. I am on my A game mostly because I probably could have put them out sooner. I was not aware until recently that they can handle a little bit of a frost. I'm going to put them out as soon as I possibly can. I may do that later today or tomorrow if time allows, but we'll see. So I do have the Avignon Lavender. I also have the Avignon Silver, as well as the Pontiac Lavender. Now I think this tray may be more, that it's not just this tray, but I have another tray. There may be some differences in the plants that are in the other one because I have two trays of snaps basically. I don't know if there's much difference between this one and the other one, but I do have to start pinching because once they get to a certain height, if you want branching and a little bit more blooms, you can do that. But I don't know if I need to or not, so I think I'm just going to trial it and just do some of them of pinching on some of them, and then others I'll leave and I'll see what that gives me. But I'm just super excited that they're looking absolutely healthy. I do give them a little bit of organic feed. Some of it is not organic, but I do mostly do the organic feed for like the fish fertilizer or the espoma indoor outdoor plant kind of feed as well. But let's get this one out of here and let's look at the other one. So by looking at this, I think they are kind of a duplicate of the other tray that I just showed you, just trying to see, yeah. So they're just duplicates. So I ended up separating out the extras that were coming into these pots that because I double seeded in each one just to make sure I got good germination, and I got wonderful germination. I've been bringing them in and out just to do the thing. And then lately it's been about 30s, 40s, and up, I want to say. So it's been pretty great to have this here and have this table. So it's really helpful. I do want to show you too that I do also have poppies, which I need to get out. I need to get these out and put in separate cells because there's like 2 or 3 of them in this thing. But I have come to realize that plants love to be planted together when they're babies. They love to grow in a bunch, which I don't know if that may be part of the reason why a lot of growers who you buy plugs from, they come in like a 72 or like 100 something cell tray because I find that a lot of seeds love to grow in groups. I've never grown poppies before, and I just put these. I did this on February 7th, and this is how large they are now. It's not even a month later. Well, just at a month, and they're super huge and beautiful. I need to separate them. I don't know how well they do with being separated, but we are going to try it anyway. A lot of times, if you're just super careful, you can get away with separating even the ones that don't want to be separated. Next are going to be the sweet peas. They are doing some things in these trays right here. These are your generic sweet peas that you typically, I wouldn't say generic. I don't like saying generic because someone worked really hard to create and package and, get these seeds to us. So I wouldn't say generic, but they're the ones you typically see in Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's. So it's kind of like your mix of colors. I don't know if I did the mix of colors or if I did the ones that was just the pink variety. I'll have to double check and put something on the screen. Haven't gotten bad germination at all. They're all coming up. I did do the method where you nick it, you soak it, and you can kind of see which ones are going to be viable. Most of them were viable. So now it's just a waiting game of them coming up. The temperatures are great outside, so I haven't even had to have them inside on heat mats or anything. I wouldn't really put these on heat mats anyway because they're cool season flowers. But these are absolutely wonderful and they're doing great. And then what I'm really super excited about and I'm kind of proud of, just because I know it can be, I say it's like the hardest seed to grow. And I've found that these are not the hardest seeds to grow. These are my lisianthus seedlings, and they're doing really, really well. I've actually gotten them to the stage where they have 2 sets of actual leaves on them, not their beginner leaves or baby leaves. They're, the leaves that they come out just to help push them through the ground. I think they call them the cotyledon leaves or something like that. They're not their true leaves. These are I actually had to take them out of their main container and I did not keep the tags with them, but I want to say these are the First Love from Voyager. I can't remember if it's Voyager 1 or Voyager 2, but I believe it's called First Love, and they're just a really pretty creamy kind of color, and I'm super excited. I think they might be blushed with either like a pink or something. I'm super excited because I have 16. I started out with 50. But I have learned some things along the way. It wasn't the seeds, it was me. And definitely something that I have learned a lot from. And going forward, I will certainly be able to be pretty much get almost good germination on all 50 seeds next time I do this, just because I've learned a lot and how they like to respond to things. My method was to put them in a small container with a lid. I didn't use I did use the lid. I used the lid because it was clear, but if it wasn't clear, I would have just put something else over it, whether it's like, you can use just about anything that's clear. And it doesn't have to be, it just needs to keep a little, it got like a mini greenhouse. If you can keep it like a mini greenhouse, then you would be fine. You could do like the little container and then put, if you have picture frame film or divider, like the plastic dividers that you have, you can use just about anything just to lay on top of it so that it can just get a little bit of heat in there and it will work just great. I think my issue with losing more than half was due to watering rather than anything else. Nothing else was an issue except for my ability to keep up with watering. Because you're doing it on such a shallow dish, you are basically exchanging one for the other. If you do it in a thicker cell tray, you'll risk having a lot of fungus on top, fungus, mold, whatever you want to call it. You'll risk having that. If you do it in a shallow tray, there's the trade-off. Now you have to water more, but you do have less algae, fungus buildup on the top. So I think for me, I like that because it makes me go out there and check on them regularly. And it helps me to see the changes in the needs of the plants a little bit faster, because you do have to baby them a little bit, but I have not had to baby them at all since they have taken off and they look great. I'm hoping to prevent resetting, which is where if it's too hot, then they won't bloom in the way that they need to. And that can be from a lot of different things that can cause that. So mostly it's the heat, and you want to keep them in cool temperatures. I think that is all for my flowers. This is my tray of basil. I have giant basil, I have Genevieve, I have cinnamon basil, and mammoth basil. So I guess giant mammoth, I think it's mammoth basil. And they're just so big. I'm getting to the point where I may have to start pinching. The sooner you start to pinch, the more bushier they get. I'm debating on whether or not I want to put more than one in the same cell, like same little grouping of like two or three, just because we all know that anything you're talking about with leaves or veggies, they tend to like disintegrate when you cut and clip them and process them for anything, whether you put it in soups or stews or you blend them for some sort of herb, like a powder of some kind, seasoning. They just go to dust. So I had to get a whole bunch because I want to pinch them really well and get them nice and bushy beforehand so that when I do actually finally have to put them out, which is not the time for these are more of a warm crop. They love being warm. I want to make sure that I have enough that they get nice and big so that when I do harvest, I'll have enough to do it in one go instead of a little bit here, a little bit there, and building up over time. So I have tons of them. So like I said, I have the mammoth, the Genevieve basil, and the cinnamon basil. Now I'm hoping that cinnamon basil, it better taste delicious and it better smell like cinnamon. I don't even care if it tastes and smells similar to cinnamon. This is such a lush tray. I'm so excited. So these are all my cool slash spring warm-ish crop. I have so many in here. I don't even know if I can see the tags. Okay, so let's start from this side. I have the cabbage Piccadilly. This one is kind of like a cone head type of cabbage. I am super excited to get this one going. It is going to look pretty darn awesome. How cool is that? This is the Piccadillys right here. Then I have the Brussels sprouts Catskill. I can never seem to get Brussels sprouts, and it's hard to tell where they are, but they're the ones that have pretty good stalks to them. So the cabbage is a little bit lower because they're going to form further down at the base. Then I also have purple of Sicily. So it's a purple cauliflower, and that's going to look similar to the Brussels sprouts, but they're going to form differently as they get older. I also have the Ponte Verde or Ponte Verde. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. That is a another type of cauliflower. I want to say it looks kind of funky, but I'm not 100% sure. But that one's supposed to be pretty awesome as well. I do have some lettuce in here. It looks like it might be struggling for a little bit more light because they're getting overshadowed by by um by everything else. This is the summer crisp lettuce, so that's pretty awesome, and it's kind of tucked in there. It might like it, it might not, I'm not sure. And then I have lacinato kale right here. There's only a few of those. And then I want to say these are something else. Let me see if I can peek at it. It is bok choy, which I've never been able to grow before, and I'm super excited. I have tons more than this. I do need to get them in the ground. They are bursting for life, and like I said, they look so lush and beautiful. So many plants up here. Different types of onions growing. Oh my goodness, look how long the roots are. They definitely need to go out. I do have quite a bit of onions as well, which they are looking a little bit thirsty right now, so I'll probably have to give them some more to drink. I have, I want to say Walla Walla, red burgundy. I did not get any of the bunching onions. Well, they came up and then they died really quickly. And then I also have Texas Super Sweet. Now, the Texas Super Sweet came up the most prolific and they're the healthiest, I think, and they're doing really well. I'm not going to trim any of these back. I do better without them being trimmed. So I'm just going to leave them as is. Oh my gosh, they smell just like onions. Now I want pizza. I don't know what it is with onions and pizza. Then I also have this red Russian kale, and I do have dwarf blue kale as well. They look very similar. I think this one is more of a serrated type of leaf, where the other one has more of a crinkly type of leaf. That's what the blue looks like. Their roots are totally going for it. I'm glad that there are enough where they can get them out, but the only downside is trying to get them out of these cells. It's going to be a pain. But they do have the crinklier type of leaf with, which is super great. I think my husband's going to really be happy to be able to enjoy some of this because whenever I do some of these types of plants, he never really gets to enjoy it because he's usually here during the summer. I have Mountain Magic right here to my right. your left. And then I have San Marzino too, and they both are really great. I did have to give them a little bit more fertilizer. I had them in the grow room, but they are getting so big and they're touching so much. It was hard for me to really see who I was watering really well. So I'm going to have to make sure that I get more water on these guys today, and hopefully the weather doesn't get too low below 60s, otherwise I'll have to bring them in. So these are going to get potted up, and hopefully I'll get a jump start on more tomatoes. And that may not be something that everyone should or can do. I'm starting to get flowers now, so I might be so close to getting tomatoes, but that's because I have a good amount of space to be able to do them inside, and I'm not keeping all of them. Some of these are going to my mom. She wanted to get an early jump start on getting fresh tomatoes, and so I have them in these pots. This one is not going to my mom. This one is for me. Is called Brandywine. This one is probably looking the worst out of all of them. I'm not sure if it's just because they were a little too close together at some point, or this one just needs a little bit more attention due to maybe its water needs is a little bit more, or maybe space wise, maybe it's just growing a little bit faster than others and it really wants to get out of this and get into a bigger space. I will pop these up hopefully in the next couple of days just to give them some more space. I ran out of soil, so I need to go and get more. I was able to get several places in the backyard ready and prepped for receiving everything, but I need some more to pot up. I hear that Brandywine has absolutely amazing fruit, but they can be pretty hit hard with different types of viruses and diseases, and pests. So we'll see how I do with this one. This one's also trying to start flowering a little bit, and that's just because it is in a tighter space and it's probably like, hey, I need to go to seed. But once I give it some more space, it's going to start shooting off again, and I think it will be just fine. So I have these that I started from seed this year, and then I have two that I started last year, but I only think I need one of them because they're both the same. So here are the peppers that I have going. I have such bad luck with growing peppers, and it's not once they germinate, it's prior. I can never seem to get more than just a handful of peppers actually started. I try to give them enough heat and humidity and warmth that they need. I try not to overwater because they can rot, the seeds can rot out pretty quickly, but nothing I do gives me a good success of germination with peppers. I don't know if I need to start them, and I do more than one in each cell. I'll do like 3 seeds in each cell. I'd get like three, like one in each of them might, or two and one might show up, and then the other two might not do it. Like it just not. It's very sporadic on what shows up and what doesn't, even though they're all treated the same. It's just really odd. So if you have any pointers or tips, let me know. I do have a total of three that I was able to get up. I'm going to give one of the pretty and sweets to my mom, and then the other two are going to be mine because I have two pretty and sweets and a goddess. I am still trying to get my pepper started. I started them early because I've been having issues with getting my pepper seeds to germinate. I'm hoping soon I'll be able to get a few more peppers coming up, and then I can share more with her, but I think she'll appreciate the pretty and sweet. I want to give her one small, these are like a snacking size of peppers, and then one traditional type of pepper, like a bell pepper. So that's what I'm hoping for. All right, guys, that is it. That is all I have for you today. I hope you are doing wonderful right now and enjoying whatever weather you may have, even if it's cold, even if it's rainy. Just enjoy every moment that you can, where you can, and get out in your garden as much as you can to garden a little more. It's definitely good for your heart, your health, your mental, psychological. Just get out there, enjoy your space, and enjoy the time you have in your garden. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.